everybody. Can't seem to get behind my desk anymore. This is Barry with Christenson Transportation. I guess I'll address the elephant in the room since I've made everybody mad lately. But, you know, typically when people are animated or adamant or keep harping on something, like I do, in this instance, speeding or safety in general, it's because we or I care about it. You know, if I didn't care about it, I wouldn't care. You know, do whatever you want. It's on you, but it's not on you. It affects everybody. Therefore, you know, I always say, don't make decisions that affect me when I have no input. Don't make decisions that affect the company or your fellow drivers when they have no input. Your actions affect everybody in this business, in this industry, and you know, you may not care about it, but everybody else does. So you know, we're talking about speeding and talking about just the lack of benefits for speeding. You know, let's just take the truck. You're going to get poor fuel mileage. And so either that's coming out of your paycheck or off your dinner table in your family's pocket, or it's coming out of the company's if you're a company driver, and that's not fair to us. We're not driving the truck. So you got fuel, you got wear and tear, you got tires, brakes, everything is affected by speed. It's harder on it. You've got yourself, your mental health, your anxiety. It's like driving in NASCAR all day. They'd only do it a couple hours. You can't do it every day, all day. You know, coming up on traffic, going around traffic, catching the next traffic, going around that traffic. It's a constant battle all day long. You know, we went and saw a demonstration rode in these autonomous trucks where there's eventually not a driver. Well, in this case, we're on a test track, and we had a driver sitting in the front, and he's just got his hands about half an inch off that steering wheel because the truck's driving. It's still in testing mode, and he's platooning with the truck in front of him, and it's doing all this stuff. But he's there just in case something happens, just in case. And I said, doesn't that drive you crazy? It's like waiting, you know, to get struck by lightning. And he says, yeah, I can only do this about an hour a day because of all the mental fatigue that it does. Well, that's no different than driving fast. You're in and out. You're having to look in mirrors. You're having to hit your brakes. You're having to get your gas. It will wear you out. So those are some of the negatives, not to mention your driving record, your MVR, your employment status with anybody. The company has CSA points that we live with for 30 months after an issue, whether it's a warning ticket. People are so confused. They're like, hey, no big deal. It was just I didn't get a ticket. It was just a warning. It's worse. It's on our CSA for the next 30 months. It's on your PSP, which follows you around as a driver for that long. It may not be on your MVR, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean you weren't speeding. It means you didn't get a ticket. The action itself was still done, and the results or the negativity, the consequences are still out there. If you get in a wreck and you're speeding, you know, good luck, because people are starting to get prosecuted. They're not just coming to the company and saying, hey, your driver was going too fast and we had this bad accident. They're going to the driver too and say, you're going to be prosecuted. This is negligence. So, you know, really there's, and you're not getting anywhere. Our dispatch is at 50 miles an hour. At 65 miles an hour, you're not getting your next dispatch 15 miles an hour quicker. You're going to get to wherever you're going that day about 10 minutes quicker because you're catching up in traffic. I mean, it's a proven. You're not out running. We're not driving on a railroad track where it's just you and the open road and it's all about speed. You're just catching up all the groups of traffic and cluster in front of you. You're using, like I said, your fuel, your brakes, your fatigue, and you're stopping in the same place. You've gotten paid the same amount, but your expenses are greater and your risk is greater. So you're not gaining anything. So I will never buy into anything speed related. People say, "Well, what are you, goody two shoes?" Yeah. I get teased all the time. I get passed all day long. I've never had a speeding ticket. Guess what? I get to work before anybody else. So it's not about speed. It's about safety. It's about using your head. It's about having money at the end of the day instead of giving it away. It's about not being fatigued. It's about not being stressed out. It's about not wearing your equipment out. All those things go away with speed. So do I harp on it? Hell yes, I do. It drives me nuts because there's no benefit. So anyway, be safe, slow down, put the cruise control on, listen to a podcast, whatever you want to do, relax. You're going to be doing it all day, every day. So get used to it. Thanks. Be safe. And thanks for being at Christenson Transportation, where the truckers truck and safety takes priority.